Hello everyone. Today we're going to talk quickly about the do's and don'ts of PowerShells and how to save yourself some headaches and troubleshooting in future. First one, right off the bat, is going to be the versions of PowerShell. Now, if you have a version of Windows, an earlier version, let's say, as an example, 2012, not the R2, but just the regular 2012, then you're going to have, by default, PowerShell 2. The R2 version, by default, you're going to have PowerShell 4. And then as we go along, you have 2016 and Windows 10 where you have PowerShell 5 and the related management frameworks. So a good example of where this can lead you into problems is you get some commandlets that are available in one version and not in another. So the quickest way to solve this problem and incompatibilities is to check whether you have the right version installed in all the places you want to run your script. So here's a good example. I'm just going to run this little script, which is a PS version table. Then it's going to go for the PS version, then the measure factor, and if it's greater than 4. So basically, PowerShell 5, 6, 7, so on and so forth will be okay. If not, it's going to write me an output saying you need a higher version. And I've made a typo in that, I just noticed. And it's going to then exit the script. So that's a pretty simple statement. So there we go. And I can just run that now. And you see output version is fine because I have version 5 on this machine. Same principle with the management framework. You can check that you've got the correct version. These are quick, easy fixes. Now, what else we have is maybe you've got a module. So I'm going to uncomment this for a second. And we're going to try something else. So here we say, I've got a module, an Active Directory module, and I want to check whether it's installed. So I've got a if, then an exclamation mark in order to give the if false. Then I have a query that I want to check, so get module and see if it's there. If it's not there, I'm going to call an action. In this case, it's just write output. And else, if it is there, again, write output. Now that could be a go get and install the module, or it could be a simple, hey, I'm going to stop the script. So again, nothing complicated here, but we're just going to run that for example. And it says I should install the module because I know I don't have Active Directory or the Active Directory module installed on this machine. What else can we do? Another series of tests. Maybe something simple like I want to check that a machine is running. So I can do a simple ping test. But I also tried a simple SMB test. I failed both of them because I forgot to include my variable first. So in the original or earlier versions of PowerShell, you have a test connection, which basically is a series of simple pings. So that comes back and tells me true. I can also do test network, and I'm checking for SMB packets, which also comes back as true. So I can do a slightly more, let's call it adventurous version of this. I'm going to say test network connection, and if the network connection comes back, I'm going to say computer is off or computer is on. So basically same thing, but in a slightly more scripted way. And it comes back and tells me computer is online. Now that again could be a simple breakout where you say, I can't reach this destination or I can't reach this share. I'm going to stop my script because it doesn't make sense to continue. And here's another brilliant example. Let's say you've got here a path test. Nothing complicated, but it's going to check, is there a path? Does that server have this drive letter? And if you're thinking about automated installations as an example, this might be a good one. You know, do you have your D, do you have your E, do you have your F drives that are required for partitioning up your application? And again, comes back and tells me path is all good because I happen to have a D drive. Now I could just test that and say, okay, I'm going to ask you to check for X instead. And run that, and it's going to tell me we have a problem. But you can also see how we did a test for a local drive versus also a network share, and the network share came back still okay. Now, those were some simple tests that can be done. You can think of probably your own ones with more advanced features, including things like checking network identity. You can actually use the network card DNS feature. So if you've got a prefix on a domain, you can say, okay, this is the prefix I should have if it's on the production domain versus the development domain, and consequently take a series of actions. And that can include you'll do a different installation or change the configuration of some files to match the development environment versus the production, or pick a different service account for the installation. These kind of things. I hope you